Hey, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of the Daily D. And today's topic is investments. So, over the last few days, I've had a lot of good conversations with some great entrepreneurs, some people who know a lot about business or who are really in the mindset of growing a business. And one of the most common questions I get asked is, how do I know what to do? Right? What do I invest in? What do I put my money in? How do I grow a business? Like, what should I focus on? Which business is right? I hear that all the time. I don't know about you guys, but I think if everybody knew that answer, if we all knew that answer, we'd all make that right investment, right? We'd all say, oh, well, I know where to go. We just go there, and that's where you make all the money. But you and I both know that there's no sure shot in anything, right? There's no real one business is going to solve your problem. So as I had to I was kind of put into a corner, if you will, and they said, hey, tell me what you think. And then the only thing that can come to mind every time I think about what business is going to work, it's really not about the type of business, right? Because I get approached by people all the time about different business opportunities, and maybe even in your lifetime you've had that same opportunity, or maybe you've thought about different things. From when I was younger, my brother said, hey, let's open an insurance agency. I mean, I'm not even joking. That was in 2004. Or a friend of mine saying, hey, let's open a snow cone stand, or hey, let's be a realtor. Hey, let's open a tax business. You see, all these things I've been approached with over the years. And as I've grown into a business owner and entrepreneur, I started to see difference, right? Like there's certain things that I look to today that I wouldn't have looked for 5 years ago because I just didn't know they were possible. Things become possible as you start achieving more. And so the reason I share this with you is because here's the one thing that you need to know about business and to know if the business is right. Is the business requiring you to get skills? You see, you can't just open a business and become successful. You're going to have to do some work. And every time you do work, let's just think about it as, for an example, let's talk about, I don't know, a restaurant, right? If you open a restaurant and you think that's going to solve your problems, you're going to be successful and rich and wealthy and all that, that's probably possible. The challenge is, are you cooking food or are you learning to manage people? Are you learning to manage inventory? Are you learning how to market? Are you learning how to create a great experience for your customers? Now, you're probably saying, well, if I did, I'd probably have to learn all that. True, and you will. But see, some people believe that, let's say, inventory management is just always have enough. Some people believe that, a customer experience is saying hello when there's more science behind that. Or some people believe that, well, we just send people home when we don't need them. No, you can be very methodical about all these things. You can predict customer trends. You could schedule and make, let's say, promotions of a day or a week so that you know how much inventory and what you should use and how much you should order. You see, these are all scientific things that you can nail down so that in the event, of course, that you want to exit the business, it doesn't stop because you've built it scientifically. You know how to find customers. You know how to develop plans. You know how to hire people. So what I'm getting at is the skills that you build along the way are more important than the actual business. And so when I look at any business, I don't really care what it is. I just want to know, is it going to give me skills or force me to get skills that I didn't have before? And working is not a skill. That's just anybody can work really hard. It's the things that you can't just learn without going through the motions. It's learning how to manage people. You can't learn how to manage people unless you manage people. You can't learn how to run a restaurant until you manage a restaurant. Just like when they go to college, you get a kid that goes to college for 4, 6, 10 years, whatever it is. They get out of college and they don't know shit. Not to be mean, but it's because they didn't know how to actually do the job. They just thought about theory. We wrote about it. We typed about it. We talked about it. But did you do it? You see, you can only learn those things through experience. So I share this with you because don't ever think that there's some special magic business that's going to make you a millionaire. It's not the business that's going to make you a millionaire. It's going to be the skills that you must acquire to be successful in any business. And when you get those skills, trust me, any business can make you money. Any business can make you $1 million. But you have to be willing to invest in the skills. How do I market? How do I get customers? How do I build more customers? How do I get them to pay more? How do I get inventory management? How do I get better products for my customer? How do I get the customer to give me more feedback? How do I get customer reviews? All of these things are part of growing a business. I hope this helps you today in understanding that it's not about the business, it's about your skills. So I wish you happiness, success, health, and most importantly, freedom. Thanks, guys.